Hello everyone and welcome back to Amity Bloom. I'm so happy that you're here with me and I hope that you're doing well. Today is such a fun video because I get to share with you all the ephemera that I made originally for myself to use in my journals. But I decided it would be even more fun to create it into a printable and put it in my Etsy shop for those who are interested. I originally decided to create ephemera to use in my personal journal, some vintage ephemera but with a modern twist, and I ended up falling in love with them. And I hope that you guys will love them as much as I do. Let me start off with the envelopes of love. I listened to all of your messages and I ended up creating a template so that you can cut and use on all of your future envelopes so that they all turn out perfect. And I've also created some templates with a decorative design, so this way you just print them out, cut them out, fold them where I have added the lines, and you're all good to go. And the greatest thing about these is you can resize them to any shape that you would like. This one's really special to me because I actually designed the background design and I drew it myself, and then I transferred it onto the envelope shape, and I loved this one. I think this is the one that I'm going to be using time and time again in my journals. So I'm going to be playing with this later on in the video. So I finally created that printable. I should have had this ready a week ago, but I didn't know how many of you would love this project, so I wanted to give back and create something for you all. Definitely check my Etsy shop as they will be listed separately and as a bundle. Now, no envelopes are complete without anything to put inside of them, so I created some coordinating ephemera to go along with your envelopes, postcards, some botanical floral cards, this really beautiful design, and the colors just look so beautiful together. And this one actually says in French with a typewriter script, "On the days I am happy," so you could journal about a happy day or a happy memory. Some vintage cards, a little note card that says Daisy Days, and a little daisy doodle, and you can journal on that if you'd like to, and you can journal on the back as well. A really beautiful blue floral tag. I am obsessed with this tag. I think I will continue to use these in my journals. And no envelope is complete without its little strip to close it up. This is kind of like a washi strip that you can cut in half and use it to close your envelope shut, like this. You can even use a little strip if you'd like to. I love that. And then you have a French label and a stamp, a little postage French stamp. All of them, you can see it's very blue toned, but I wanted to stick to like that French theme throughout. And I think my favorite part about this ephemera is that all of it fits beautifully, nicely, and comfy right within your envelope. I made sure that all of the ephemera fits within your envelope so you could keep your ephemera inside of your envelopes of love, or you can create an envelope and then print out the matching postcard and use those and tuck that into your journal or as happy mail. Of course, I'm going to be using these in my journals, regardless if I put them in an envelope or not. And now for the newest addition to our projects that we're going to be doing together. Now, this set that I'm sharing with you all is my Petal Parcel Set. And the whole printable consists of a vintage paper, some petal pockets, and petal tags and coordinating ephemera. And this is the one that I created to use in my personal journal, my Artist in Bloom. I wanted to make some pockets made out of flower petals. I wanted it to look like as if flowers were blooming out of your journal pages. You can assemble them in many different ways. You can cut them out individually or keep them as these little petal clusters that I created. This way the flowers will always be blooming in your journals. Doesn't matter if it's the fall or winter, your journal can always have flower petals coming out of the pages. This is a sheet that I have scanned of one of my vintage music books. It's the back of it, and I really loved the color of it. I like the script, so you can cut out each strip individually, make tags with it. You can use it to create a background on your journal page when you use your petal pockets. And I am working on more vintage sheets and getting them up loaded as printables so that you guys can print them out and use them in your journals. So let me put my little flowers aside, my paper aside, and let me share with you all the ephemera that I made. And you'll notice that the color palette tends to stay the same throughout all of the digitals that I made. You have different types of tags to choose from and different sizes. That's something that I personally love having, different sized tags. because you can layer them. You can put this pink one over this one, or this one over the brown one, and you can layer them really effortlessly. And all of these tags fit within the dimensions of your petal pocket, so you can really use them to bloom your journal pages. Of course, some cute little tickets to write on. I'm obsessed with little tickets. I love including printables like this because you can use them as decorative backgrounds for your journal pages or to collage on. They're blank, so you can cover them up. You can cut little bits of it apart, but I just like putting this on a page and then journaling or adding some collage on top of it. This is one of my favorites. I created my own version of a vintage French button card, except there's no buttons here. I wanted it to be like a journal card. This is actually kind of like a piece from my journal. In one of my journals, I wrote part of the poem by Amy Lowell, and it's part of the poem that talks about petals of flowers. And because it all started, this kit, with the idea of my petal pockets, and then I created ephemera to go within them. Everything had the theme of petals. And then of course, a really beautiful French tag. And then I created this journaling card with some beautiful flowers, flower petals written in typewriter font, and the number 1. To start decorating my journal, I choose to tear apart a little piece of my vintage paper that's included in my printable. I really like the color and how it contrasts with the petal pocket and the French ledger. Tearing the paper instead of cutting it perfectly with scissors adds to the rustic and vintage effect that is already given with the brown color of the paper as well as with the typewriter font. I like to use double-sided tape to use my petal pockets and add them as a tuck spot on the side of my page. The flower petals all collaged together give an illusion as if flowers were blooming from your pages. It's beautiful yet functional, as you can tuck any type of ephemera into your pocket or use it to store ephemera that you're going to be using in the future to decorate your journal pages. I adore using my envelopes of love, where I can tuck special ephemera, my mementos, into little pockets that create happiness and comfort whenever I open them up. Tuck within a paper clip and add some washi to save your memories for later.
Would you make me a coffee or two? I don't wanna head out half asleep. Swallowed a cannonball in my dream, and it's pulling me back underneath my sheets. It's freezing out, morning blues. Oh, I'm here, I ain't no coward, I was never hiding from you. Couple calls, a few forlorn stares. The wind whistles and the windows, all he dares to question me. Will you run when the past comes back to life, where those cold steel hands were sharp as knives, and your burdens, oh, they clung in no disguise, of your solace, where the air was cold as ice. Oh no, spare me $1 or $2.
During the spring and summer, Flowers tend to grow new petals every time it's their period of growth. Every year, the earth grows new layers that add to the beauty that's already around us. The trees, the flowers. Every year, I grow and bloom new petals that wrap around my soul. They protect me, and they are me. Some may become withered, and some petals may fall, but the petals that are still left are the ones that form who I am after all. My body and mind are made of the same petals that have stayed throughout the existence of my life, through the hardships, through the beauty. Those are the petals of my life. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch this video, to spend some time with me in my journal, on my table, playing within my pages, using the ephemera that I have created, my envelopes of love, my vintage paper, my petal pockets, and of course my ephemera. I wish you all an incredible day full of peace and love, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye!